wet, but call a timeout. Around and find out. Around and find out. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. They Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out. People style, I'm a wild out. Shorty gon' holler out. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. He's so good. She like he's so good to me. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. Every morning, look in the mirror, salute a real one and I thank God he's so good. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and I thank God. He's so good. He's so good. B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, soon baby girl I wear out of a stretcher. She be like find out.
I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop, piper. Warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy turning like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop, piper. Warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the Wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and checking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters, the demise of falsely idols. Get exposed through code and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop, piper. Warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers.
Were you trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
I'm thinking it's all over when I go out. Oh, making my mind slow. That's why I don't with the big bro. I got to maintain, cause like me is going insane. Insane in the insane. Like Louis Armstrong, play the trumpet off that and break you off something soon. I got to get my props. Cops come and try to snatch these pigs wanna blow my house down. Head underground to the next town. They get mad when they come to raid my pad, and I'm out in the night too scared. Yes, I'm the pirate pilot of this ship. If I dip with the ultraviolet dream, hide from the red light beam. Now do you believe in the unseen? Look, but don't make the eye strain. Like me, it's going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there on the first play of the game. 56 yards. To throw is Prescott. Screen play set up for Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nims to the air. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Fielded at about the 28. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom charts.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 33. Prescott yet again. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 72 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing their quarterback on the run.
Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop. 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 5.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st down. 1st and goal, Dallas.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They get it to him running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
The kicker on.
Tajay Spears, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Broncos nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, nice move. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10.
Off the play fake. Nims. Now he'll tuck this and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. Here's Nims. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a first down.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3rd and
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
5 yards on the play. And the Broncos first down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing Nims.
And
he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Harvey fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And they'll run again. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Nims from 3 yards out. And the Broncos take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Shifts by him, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time. Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Up the middle is Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Now Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10.
To the air again, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A gain of 15. And the Cowboy first down.
Hand off to Spears. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott from the gun. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shake it up. So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
They run it again with Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the option, here's Spears. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Javonte Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. They juked him. And able to get this out to the 25. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's 2nd best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll go play action with Nims. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, here's Nims. Quickly into the hands of Nims. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
10 more yards. Complete to Marvin Nims. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
to throw is Nims. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Less than a yard.
Back to the air with Nims. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's good for a Broncos.
Operating from the gun, here's Nims. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Nims. He'll air this one out from Nims. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Marvin Nims with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Prescott to throw it. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A gain of 30.
Prescott. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Prescott. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Nims. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Nims to the air. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So Prescott, the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Taken in at the 11. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And The Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nims. He'll swing this out to Davis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
11 more yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Now it's Nims. Bryant has it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. McLaughlin is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nims. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brings up third and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nims. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos! J.K. Dobbins from 3 yards out. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
What's good on the extra point? And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down.
Prescott now. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Second and 9.
Brings up second and 9. At the 47-yard line.
Throwing. Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll try to pick it up himself. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A give to Williams, running right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. And the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And now they're in the hurry up.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Broncos.
One play action. Here's Nims. Now he's going to step up and run. Room here to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a first and 10 right at the 30. The drive will start with an option going left. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here. For first and 10.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw, Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Cowboys first down.
Play action now, Prescott. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Looking to put a drive together.
Oh, I said...
Throwing Nims. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Nims. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
To throw, here's Nims. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going. It's Nims. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Now Prescott. Pickens on the slant. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take 26. 26.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Dak on the option left. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
They'll go play action with Nims. In trouble, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 19.
To throw is Nims. And that's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They'll go for it. Here's Nims. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Off the play fake. Nims. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Incomplete. He was defended by DeRon Bland.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Nims. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun. Nims. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. They'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Prescott to throw it. Able to foot. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. Down the left sideline.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were up there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Here comes second down at 5. Here's Prescott. A quick throw there is incomplete. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. John Franklin Myers. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Nims to the air. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Able to find Nims. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Off the play fake. Here's Nims. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Nims once more. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Harvey. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now they'll change things up.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 11-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Nims going to give to Harvey. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, back to Harvey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well, wide to the left. Here's 1st and 10.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
A short throw to Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Nims. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nims. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
So pick up a 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Nims. A short throw to Ingram. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dalvin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 133 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. A chance now to strike first in the overtime session and get a big leg up. First and goal. Nims from the shotgun. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Lots will look to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Prescott down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They need 12 here. It's third down. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. But give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down. Throwing, Prescott. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
22 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Fourth down, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in quarterback play, wasn't it? 5 touchdown passes. You talk about the rapport he had with his receivers. It was like a conductor leading a symphony.
So for the Broncos, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.